In this video, we're going to look at an Aero Precision upper receiver assembly, and that does not come with a bolt carrier group or charging handle. This was a flash sale that I found online at Battlehawk Armory. It just popped up in an email, and Aero Precision usually has a very good reputation for quality. And what it was, the value was it's slightly over 400 units, and they had it on sale for 190 some odd units, and it come out to about, with shipping, handling, and sales tax, about 230 units to get it in my hand. Alright, before we get into it, if you would please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you could, become a member. Alright, so it comes in a pretty, heavy duty box. They put it in a gigantic box and sent it to me. Nice box, well designed with foam inside there, so no problems with it getting shipped. And there we go. Now what this is, I'll read you the label here on what this upper is. It's listed as AR-15 complete upper, 16-inch barrel, 5.56, mid-length barrel with pinned front sight base, M4 handguard. Okay. So when it comes to building these generic ARs, one of my favorites, and the reason, like with our Bear Creek Arsenal, I like the mid-length 16-inch barrel, mid-length front sight base, and what that does is it makes your handguard longer. This is not a carbine length handguard. This is a mid-length handguard with the gas system, and you got your bayonet lug and everything on there. This is probably my favorite style build. Okay, 18s used to, I used to be able to get 18s. They're not that popular now. 16 is the popular length, unless you go, some people go with the shorter ones that have the pinned flash hiders, but 16 is the shortest you can go, legal limit, and I like the mid-length setup. More room to grasp here, and with the longer gas tube, you're not getting over-gassed. Now, when I was looking at this out of the box, I couldn't find any markings telling me what the twist rate and all this other stuff was, and I was kind of getting frustrated. Then I said it has to be marked somewhere. So I went and removed the upper handguard. When it came to where the barrel was marked, and what it was twist rate wise and everything, I had to take the handguard off, and we got somewhat of a government profile on there, narrow here, then wider up to where the front sight is. And let me see if I can rotate this up to where you can read it. It is a 1 in 7 twist barrel on there. So 5.56 by 45 NATO, 1 in 7, 4150, CRMOV Chrome Moly W1 1325. So halfway decent, I suppose it's a fairly good barrel. Oh, and I did go to the website and found this barrel, the stripped barrel, would have the, front sight pinned on there. I don't think if it came with a delta ring or not, or a flash hider, but the barrel retails for what I paid for this complete upper assembly on sale. Alright, so now we know it's a 1 in 7 twist, which I thought, and it was kind of odd. They didn't mark it on the box or anything. I don't know. So, taking a closer look at it, Aero Precision, you know, I don't hear a lot of people complaining about their quality of their products, rarely if ever, and everything here looks pretty up to speed. You know, it has the marking here, the A or Aero or whatever it is on the casting here. There are markings in the casting on the front sight. And there is an F stamped on the other side. Like I said, it did not come with a sling swivel. Here, if you notice, that's missing. And it has the A2 style birdcage flash hider. Numbers, all standard stuff, and like I said, no bolt carrier group or charging handle. So when I took this little gem out and figured out the prices and figured out I have a bolt carrier group that's about, I'd say 75 units. The charging handle is 14 units. And if I throw this on a PSA lower assembly with a collapsible stock, when I tallied it all up, and that's including shipping, handling, dealers, the total cost, okay, we're looking at 500 units. It was like 1 or 2 ducats shy of 500 on the nose. So even kind of going generic and building something that I kind of like, and that does include a sight that mounts on here, an A2 style clamp on sight, a short one. That was 30 units in value. Some of the handle carries would take that up to 60 units, another 30, so that, if I had a nicer non-Chinese carry handle, A2 style sight, then it would be 530 units for the total build. So that's what we're looking at. So when you can get, or were getting, I don't know if you still can, when you could get a complete AR-15 for 400 units, or some of them are 425, those are a good deal, okay? Granted, this quality of the barrel and upper and that may be a tad bit better than the run-of-the-mill basic budget guns, but I don't think it's any worse than like the Radical Firearms or some of the other budget guns I got. Okay, so something, just covering this, another project I'm working on. But you look out, because like I said, this unit has an MSRP a little over 400 units, and I got it for a little over 2, so that's about half price. Okay, so we'll see about getting something put together and taking it out and see if it shoots any better than the budget guns that I got. Alright, thank you and stay tuned.